I lived in Accra for 11 years serving with churches. I decided and felt led to move to Tamale, which is almost 400 miles north, to work with churches again. Though in the same country, Accra and Tamale are very different. Accra has 3 million people, maybe 4 million people. Tamale, 300,000 people. Accra, it's more humid, 80 to 90 degrees. Tamale is more dry, 90 to 100, even more degrees. Accra is near the ocean. Tamale is in the middle of a savanna. In Accra, 60% of the population are Christians. In Tamale, 90% of the population follow Islam, which is the dominant religion. In Accra, many people speak Twi. In Tamale, it is the Dagomba people who speak Dagbani. In Accra, I lived in a compound. In Tamale, I rent a house with a missionary colleague. I live on the south side of Tamale in an area called Kapayili. I rent a house with Tamale, who is a missionary with SIM from Northeast India. There are other teammates in this region. I am not alone, and I work with them who also help to serve the churches and do evangelism. My area has nice neighbors, and I feel safe. Almost all my neighbors are Dagomba and follow the dominant religion. I have 2 dogs that love morning walks and are very good watchdogs. Twice a week, a mama, my house helper, comes over to wash clothes by hand, sweep, mop, and dust. I am so thankful for her. In the mornings, I study and review my Dagbani from the day before. I listen to recordings from my language helper to learn how to get my pronunciation correct. There is no school to learn at. Learning takes place out in the community, and some mornings I will go out to practice what I have learned. For lunch, I cook a normal American sort of meal, but all from scratch. After lunch, I will go out again to practice speaking, maybe practicing a story that I have learned or words that I have learned. Sometimes I sit with friends to learn about them and how they see things. One friend sews, and she has been helping me to learn how to sew. And in the middle of trying to get a straight line, we try and have a conversation. I try and build relationships with people. I am invited to eat their food, which is TZ or fufu. I walk and I greet people as I pass by, which is very polite to do. And I just try to soak in understanding people and the culture and how I can learn. Some days people understand my Dagbani, some days not so much. Towards later afternoon, I head to my language helper's place for a lesson. From that, I will have more help in understanding what was not clear to what people were saying to me, and also teaching me something new. The evenings, we are usually exhausted, and we cook our food. Demary and I will pray, and then we just crash. The sun is usually quite hot, and by the end of the day, it wears you out. There are different versions of my day. Another version is maybe I need to go to town, so come on to town with me. There is a post office where my mail goes. We have a couple shops to buy foodstuffs. Sometimes the shelves are full, and it's exciting to see all the things to buy. Sometimes not so much, so you learn to get it while you can. The market is always lively, and there are many fresh vegetables and fruits. Maybe not a great variety, but what we have is fresh. And the meat is also fresh too. My butcher has become a good friend. Parking is not always available, so many times we will take a yellow and we will ride home. Another version of the day could be maybe my electricity has gone out. So I try and call the electrician to come over. Or maybe my water pipe has broken. So I call the plumber. Or I have to call to get a water tank. There is never a dull moment. Whatever happens, God is good, and He has always been faithful. You are always welcome to come and visit.